Alright there, hello everyone, SoulSilver17 here. Let me get first like usual. I do not own these pictures, non-paid video are okay. Here's the thing. I am probably speaking louder than I normally have done in my past videos. But the thing is, the fan that I would have had running while making a video during the day, it's, out of commission. Because it took a while to run, and I've been running it. And my dad said, "Do not run it. It may catch on fire." And I'm like, "Well, crap." So in a sense, I got no fan. My mom's watching TV downstairs, so I do whatever show she's watching, and you hear the noise. I'll try to pause the video whenever my parents are talking and such. So it's not a bother. Um, I'm probably gonna try to finish up at least this. Any video that has to do with Naruto and his universe, I'm just gonna try to finish up to like where we're gonna get into Shippuden, and then I'm probably gonna go back to make my what ifs, basically, past ones. I don't know why I keep making new ones. It just comes in my head, and then I just make them. But anyways, so we basically left off last time in the video was, well, Naruto basically saving the Yakuza's boss's daughter, and, well, he gained some very, very, very good allies, and basically a place to get gear, basically get also information, and clothing. So, in a sense, it's gonna be kind of funny to see how this is gonna go for Naruto. And now we're basically at the Chunin exams. So, what's going to happen, I think, is very simple. It's not going to be anything different, but I'm going to try to make it different because of some things. Alright, so, let's just start this video, and I may make two videos. Like, how should I say this? I may make two videos depending on how long this video takes. By that I mean to upload. So, in a sense, yeah. Alright, everyone. Let's just get to started. Part 3. What if Naruto had the mark of the outsider? So, where we left off is like Naruto basically is about to go through Chunin exams. So, it was the day of the Chunin exams, if I remember correctly. So, just that day, Naruto just wakes up. Honest and truth, he wakes up from a little nap he took, and he just stretches. He's like, okay, let's hope that this little exam isn't going to be much of a problem. Oh, crap. I probably need to have some shadow clones to actually study if there's a written exam. So, actually, hold up. Okay, sorry. Anyways, so, as Naruto then, kind of goes over the information that he knows, he's basically just says, I'd rather be prepared for anything than for nothing. So, he uses, cage punching. And he decides to, well, he basically just tells them, alright, go to the library and whatever you can find that basically can be used for history of Konoha, or the world, mathematics, the normal stuff that Kakashi Sensei has us normally read. But express it in more of a, how he says, of an upper level, so beyond Genin, as he says, as they all nod. So, they leave. He only summoned around like 20 clones, but before the first one even gets to the door, he was like, also, basically expel each one of you guys in a group of 5, so I can get the memories, alright? As they nod again, and, basically they leave. So, after that, Naruto sighs and, goes to the area where it needs to be going. You're back to the academy for the Chunin exams. He basically walks there, not even caring about the people glaring at him. He's just wondering, okay, it's a good thing I'm not wearing my orange jumpsuit no more. I mean, it kind of got, well, multiple times overwear and done, and not very durable. But this new outfit I'm wearing is pretty good. I like it. I mean, at first, no one could believe I even got something like this. And it feels natural. I'm actually kind of wondering something, he says to himself. If I'm gonna specialize in something, what am I gonna specialize in? I have a lot of chakra, and my taijutsu is basically an unknown taijutsu, or at least Kakashi Sensei won't tell me. For some reason, it has fast moving and strong attacks. And with the stance I go in, it's kind of similar to an animal. Well, I mean, it's not like I even had a style to begin with, and it was a Maki clan. Whatever. So Naruto basically walks and gets to the freaking school. Yeah, the ninja school. The academy. Basically. And he sees Sasuke there and Sakura. He goes, wow, I really took the scenic route then. Which, basically Sakura was like, Naruto, where were you? And he looks up at the, sky, and he goes, I'm right on time. Before you even say I'm late. You guys just got here too early. Like, seriously. Besides, what's the point of being early when you just have to wait around? Especially when you have teammates. Where she's kind of like, looking at him with a little bit of anger, a little bit of shock, and a little bit of worry. Because, honest truth, Naruto has never been this way towards her. So in a sense, she's a little bit, worried that something's up. Anyways, while she's still thinking, Naruto's looking at Sasuke. He goes, Tem, how long have you been here for? He just kind of smirks. He goes like, 10 minutes. Which Sakura looking at him in shock. In which, well, he goes, let me guess. You pretended to be here later than her by saying you're late. Which Sasuke just does the normal Uchiha thing, just, makes a sound, and Naruto just sighs. He's like, alright then. Come on. So basically they head in. And while they are heading in, Sakura notices Naruto's outfit. Sasuke immediately notices it. Before even Sakura can even say anything, Sasuke is like, dope, where you get that outfit from? He goes, oh, this? Well, it was given to me by a friend. Don't worry. In which Sasuke is just kind of thinking, who would give him something like that? Sakura can't believe it. It looks like he's... Well, to her, it looks like Naruto looks like he's rich, at the same time not rich, because of the actual shirt and, I guess, vest? Yeah, vest. That basically I think Emily wears. Basically just Corpo and Emily's clothing in their game and Dishonored. Their clothing, and it looks very similar and actually does look like it, so it's like she's kind of wondering how did Naruto even afford these clothing. And, well, Naruto does have everything on him, so she's also kind of wondering, how basically everything changed, that day on the bridge with Naruto. He's not hyperactive no more. He's more reserved. He's basically calmer, and he seems to have a lot more confidence in himself. So, Sasuke's thinking, Naruto's getting stronger. I have to get stronger, So they arrive on the first floor, and Naruto's like, you know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing. this is ridiculous. Which, basically Sasuke looks at Naruto and Sakura, basically also looking at him. He goes, if you count many floors we went up, it only went up 2. He just whispers that to them. Well, actually, he basically put up 2 fingers to them, actually, which their eyes widen. Sasuke has a smirk and wants to show off his superiority, as Naruto just placed a hand right in front of him. He just looks at Sasuke, from the side of it, with a glance, actually. Not on the side of his eye, but, a glance. And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, what do you mean? He's like, you're about to show off your superiority, aren't you? He goes, so? I'm a Uchiha. Which Naruto just sighs and be like, think about this, Sasuke. Which, he kind of looking at Naruto because this is like, Naruto's not saying Tem, or, he's actually being serious. In which, he's wondering why is Naruto like this? He looks at him and was like, what's the point if we have multiple people in the exams where we're trying to get tuning rank? Which, that kind of takes a few minutes for Sasuke to realize. And then before he can even say anything, Naruto goes like, exactly. The weeds from the strong. Now, as he kind of looks and he activates dark vision, and he kind of is able to focus chakra into it, which he he accidentally is focusing chakra into it, and he's actually wondering, wait, why did my vision get so chakra? I forgot, and I didn't even know I could use my void abilities with this. Interesting. Find something new out every day, he says to himself. So he looks at Sasuke and Sakura. He basically uses his eyes to show where the actual stairs are. And they do sneak past. The thing is, Rock Lee, Ted 10, and Neji notice this, while no one else does. And Naruto just, walking. So he goes basically, so he says to Kurama, or, the Nine Tails, he's like, hey, Fox. He's like, yeah, kid? He's like, quick question. The style I'm fighting, why does it kind of remind me of a fox? He's like, oh. Mito, I was able to at least talk to Mito at least a few times. And I did told her I have a fighting style, and she became quite interested in it, kid. So in a sense, I told her it, and she allowed me to have at least a little bit more leeway when I was sealed inside of her. He's like, wait, you were sealed inside the Mito Uzumaki? Well, Mito Senju? He's like, yes. She was Uzumaki before it became a Senju by marriage. Which Naruto's, kind of walking, keeping a calm expression, sort of, because he's, in shock. He was like, so wait, my mom was able to, been sealed inside of you. Did you also tell her anything? He was like, oh, no. Your mom was, how should I say this? She only saw me as a battery. Nothing more. Mito saw me as an angry beast that should have never been, unleashed. Same thing with your mother, but she also saw me as a battery. Wait, hold up. Alright, I'm back. But anyways. So, Naruto was like, I don't know what to say. I mean, we don't get along. Which Kurama snorts, basically. He's like, we don't get along at all. We just tolerate each other. He goes, yeah. Why do you tolerate me? He was like, easy. You have the power of the void. The outsider mark. I'm not even gonna say this to you, kid, out of hatred, but to me, that's way more terrifying than the Shimigami. Which Naruto kind of pauses in his, while he was walking, which they kind of get on the floor, where Rock Lee challenges Sasuke, which it does happen. But, meanwhile, Naruto's not even paying attention. He was like, "You're afraid of me because the outsider mark?" He's like, "Sort of. What you can become. It depends on what abilities you get." Which Naruto's like, "Oh, okay, makes sense." Which, yeah, Kurama just sighs and be like, "But look, we haven't talked, and you keep trying to talk to me since the mental link was made, and I talked to you. So, whenever you get a chance to, you know, have a free moment," he's like, "Yeah, true. Let's at least try to make it at least less of a burden and more tolerable, and try to work on something at least. Besides, you don't really sound that bad since you became whole. I mean, we're both lonely, and besides," which Kurama asks, "What's so funny?" with irritation in his voice, goes, "I would have hated being trapped inside somebody too for, 3 generations. Never be able to see the outside world. Never to be free to explore. It's understandable." So, Kurama is silent and just chuckles. He goes, "To be honest, kid, you're not that bad. Well, at least after you change, that is." Which Naruto just kind of has a mental tick mark, which he's like, "Can it, furball?" Which Kurama just growls, and then they kind of just have a slight chuckle. So Naruto breaks up the mental link, kind of stops, talking, which Kurama does think maybe he is different. I'll keep watch just in case. Don't want him to get too cocky or too arrogant, especially since we're getting along better than his mother. At least Mito, when you're there around 20 years being with her, she kind of started to at least talk to me. Sort of. Humans, he says to himself. Basically, when Naruto breaks the mental link, we do see Naruto just watching Sasuke get his butt whooped, and Sakura's legit just cheering him on. Which Naruto's like, "Yeah, no, he's gonna lose." Which Sakura's like, "What? Sasuke can win?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, Haruno. Not even a chance." And Sasuke does lose. Light Guy appears, and, well, I mean, the thing is, though, Naruto's like, "Hey, Bushy Brown number 2. I mean, Rock Lee." He was like, "Yes," basically says. Sorry, not that. He goes like, "Yes." He's like, "Can I have a quick spar with you? Taijutsu only. I just want to test out something. Something I've been working on with my sensei." Which Rock Lee looks at Guy. He was like, Naruto just holds up 5 minutes. Alright? Which Guy's nods to Lee as Lee goes like, "Yosh! I would not mind to have a fight of a youthful battle with you, Naruto." Which Naruto smiles. So he gets into fighting stance, which, Guy already knows what it is. He goes, because what I wanted to give Naruto as a taijutsu was, fox style fighting. So, yeah, it's just Naruto was never told because of Kakashi didn't want Naruto to freak out over it because of the Nine Tails, and kind of think, that's a bad thing to learn this. So, in a sense, the taijutsu battle was 5 minutes long, and Naruto got some hits in on Rock Lee, because Rock Lee was, fainted. He didn't have enough reactions time, to basically block all the way. Because the feints were very, really quickly, which that surprised him, but also, kind of spurred him on to, gave him better in taijutsu. So in a sense, yeah, Naruto got only probably 4 hits in, while he got a whole bunch. But in the end, though, after 5 minutes, he shook Rock Lee's hand. He goes like, "Thanks for the spar. I can see why I can see where I need to improve. Better on my, my speed and my power. But mostly on my speed and reflex and keep up my guard when I see someone who's faster than me. Which Lee goes like, it was very impressive. How long have you came into this taijutsu style? He's like, probably 2 months ago. Well, 2 months, I believe. It was very difficult at first, but I had help with a good teacher, which basically, guy goes like, alright then, my youthful rival students, please go forward while I have a talk to my useful students. Which Naruto's like, alright then, have fun, Lee. Older bushy brows, and they kind of just leave. So, guy looks at Lee. And he takes a serious, he has a seriousness to him. He's like, so, what do you think? Which he goes, well, basically Lee understands and doesn't say youthful, he knows when to be serious, so he goes like, well, I can see why you would have told me to be careful of Naruto. And especially the, Sasuke. But Naruto's fighting style seemed more in tune with him than Sasuke's. They rely on a Sharingan. He wasn't quick enough for most of his attacks, while Naruto was being able to get hit. He was at least, I would say, a lot more faster than Sasuke. So, in a sense, I think Naruto would be the better opponent to be wary of than Sasuke at the moment. Which basically guy nods. Then he goes, especially with his shadow clones. Which Nedry says he's fated to lose. Well, he is always fated to lose, never to improve. Because of that fate stuff that Neji had at first. Tenten just sighs. So, she just wonders, why do I have two weird teammates? So after that, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura do see Kakashi. But we do have a miniature, little flashback to where Kakashi's in the Hokage's office. He goes, Hokage, you called for me? He goes, yes. Yes, Kakashi. Which is, are you alright, sir? Basically, this is after the whole entire event that happened in the council meeting. It's just I didn't, have enough time to put that in the last video, so I'm just doing it here. So, in a sense, Hiruzen goes like, well, Naruto was attacked. Well, a bottle was thrown at Naruto, and he threw it right back at a civilian. After that, he was called in by the civilian council, in which we already were in a meeting at the time, because I was going to go over some things about the Chunin exams. And, well, he somehow found a variation of the Flying Raijin, which Kakashi's eyes widened, and he goes, wait, the Haraishin? Which, technically, yeah, it kinda is, but, which Hiruzen nuts. He was like, I asked him how, and he said he found it in a scroll, with basically the three-pronged kunai, with a weird mark on it. I do not know what it is, but at the same time, it's different. I have my gut feeling about it. Which, he goes like, so, what do you want me to do, Hokage? Third Hokage, which Kakashi's looking at with a seriousness that Hiruzen has not seen in a while. He was like, keep an eye on Naruto. Please. I have a feeling there's a lot more to him than meets the eye, and I'm getting too old for this, Kakashi. Which, basically, Kakashi does not. He was like, is he more of a flight risk than Sasuke? Which Hiruzen doesn't say nothing for a few minutes, but then just says, to be honest, he made Danzo laugh. Which, Kakashi's kind of eyes widened. He goes, how? Cage Bunshin. In the meeting. Oh, so that's why he said after I sneezed, probably because of the Cage Bunshin. I see. Understandable, sir. Which, yeah, Hiruzen does nod. And, well, he just says, just keep an eye on Naruto. If you find anything more about what he can do, let me know. But I have a feeling he's keeping this hidden for many reasons. Which, no, which basically Hiruzen, tells Kakashi and he nods. So after that, we're basically back at the scene with, Kakashi's like, well then, my cute little genin, seems like you all came. Good. If one of you didn't came here, I would have basically told you to head back. Which, that kind of shocks them, sort of, Naruto, but he's kind of surprised with an eyebrow raised. From what he gathered, or from what he was told, if he remembers, from what Kakashi's saying, we had a choice. So, Sakura's the one who voiced it, but he goes, but you told us that we had a choice in this. He goes, yes, because I did not want to scare any of you. But since you all came, I didn't have to worry about that. Which, Naruto can see the reason behind it and just nod. So, in a sense, they go through, everything from there would technically go the same, but it's just, Naruto's starting to get his Shadow Clone's memories. And he's going through, he basically is, handling the memories while he basically ignored Ino, ignored basically, everyone else. And then afterwards, he hears Kabuto's, coming in, talking about his, ninja cards and information, which Naruto thinks, that's information that only not many people know besides probably High Jonin. Wait, he goes like, also, Naruto basically then says to Kabuto, hey, you got information on to, like, Garo's teammates? His sister and brother? Where she goes, ah, yes. So, Naruto, though, before, we go into Kabuto, we have a little flashback to where he, saved Konohamaru from, Kankuro, and he met Tamari. For some reason, he doesn't understand why. He just, hold up. I do not care if my dog is barking, but anyways. So, when he basically was looking at Kankuro and Tamari, he had this uneasiness to them. He didn't understand why. And then when Gaara appeared, that uneasiness went higher. But he can tell from Gaara's eyes that they're similar. In which he actually went up to Gaara. He's like, hey, I'm Naruto Uzumaki. You are? Which he's like, silent for a few minutes. He goes, Gaara. Gaara of the Sand. Which he was like, well then, Gaara, it's a pleasure to meet you. Which he basically holds out his hand, which Gaara is looking at him. He's like, oh, you expect something? Which Gaara raised his eyebrow. He was like, how do you... Oh, that look of wariness in your eyes. It's sort of similar to how I have it at times when I feel like something's off. But, I mean, it doesn't matter when basically I need to make a fellow ninja greeting. Even if you're not part of the village, as long as you're here. So, want to shake my hand? In which Gaara slowly goes and shakes Naruto's hand. Which, they shake and Gaara gets this feeling that Naruto is more than he seems, and he can tell from the, his hand, just gripping his hand, he's strong. But he doesn't know in what. It doesn't seem like in strength or power, but in some way or form. So, he basically looks at Tamari, Kankuro, and Gaara, and, Sasuke does appear, Sakura's also there, but, we ignored them. And, well, basically, though, he does hear about Tamari saying something about Sasuke being cute and stuff, and he's just, like, kind of snickering, which she hears, and she goes, what's so funny? Ignoring Gaara, who's there. In which he does say, oh, nothing, it's just, like, I don't know, all these Konoichis of my generation in this village actually have a crush on the Tem. Because they think he's so cool or mysterious. No offense, that cool mysterious stuff is so old-fashioned. It's so old and is overdone. I mean, the Tem just broods a lot and just stays quiet, ignores everyone around him, is rude half the times, and he has a superiority complex. I mean, kind of obvious, really. Which, that was multiple jabs for Sasuke and his pride. which he's about to say something, but then Gaara kind of just chuckles a little. And in which that caught everyone off guard. He goes, "You're interesting, Uzumaki. Very interesting. If you're part of the Chunin exams, I cannot wait to kill you." He walks away with that gleam in his eye, which Naruto kind of just chuckles, which surprises Gaara when he was walking away. He was like, "Oh, many people have tried, and they have failed. And I don't think you'll be able to even hurt me, Gaara. Well, actually, probably would. Probably can. Probably even can kill me. But I think I can make it a little bit fun for you." Which Gaara looks back and he sees Naruto have like a little grin on his face. Have a, cocky smile, but it's actually a general just grin. If you're wondering why I'm making Naruto say that, honest and truth, I mean, Naruto would hide the pain in canon, but he's hiding the mask, so why him just actually say the truth that many people have tried to kill him? So, yeah, which Gaara just look at him with a little bit of, not worry, but confusion, and then just nods and walks away, which that left Tamari and Kankuro, shocked. Sasuke, Sakura look at him, Konohamaru, and Muegi and Udon are looking at him and all on it and basically be inspiring. He goes like, "Well, sorry guys though, can't really play ninja with you, and remember, never make a ninja from Konoha that's a female angry, especially if she has a big forehead and she's flat." When she kind of just disappears in a burst of speed, which Sakura's like, "Naruto, I'm gonna kill you!" Which they could just hear Naruto laughing away while Sakura was chasing him. So yeah, anyway, so Kankuro and Tamari's stats are revealed, and he goes, "Huh, well, that's interesting to know. Especially that she has a wind affinity. Huh." So, yeah, I was just thinking, maybe I could actually learn some wind jutsus from her. That would actually be kind of nice. And maybe I should take a trip to Suna. He kind of has a mental grin to himself, which Kurama can see what he's thinking. He was like, "Kid," which he was like, "Yeah, Fox." He was like, "If you're gonna steal some winjutsus from the actual village, you better be prepared. Besides, I can actually at least give you a few, even though they're not my element." Which Naruto's actually kind of thinking. He's like, "True. Alright." Which basically Kurama just kind of chuckles over it. "But I like your resource thinking. It's actually kind of amazing. He seems like you're not just all, well, bark and no bite and no brain." Which he's like, "Okay, yeah, I know. Can you not be mean to me, QB, for once?" He goes, "Nope." He's like, "Stupid foxes and arrogant remarks, blah, blah, blah." So, after him talking to the fox in his head, Kabuto basically is nearly attacked by the actual sound ninja, but I want to say Naruto draws his sword quick enough and literally holds it to the guy with the armband that was wrapped up in bandages at his neck. Like it's legit, the blade's almost like at his neck, about to draw blood. He goes, "We're not supposed to fight anyone right at the moment. And yet you're trying to attack somebody just by saying some offhand comments about your village. I mean, understandable, but you really think it's a better time to do something in the front of all these ninjas from different villages?" Which, the guy in bandages, I think his name was Dosu, kind of looked at Naruto with a calculating stare. He basically knows this kid isn't supposed to even be this fast, but yet he moved quick enough to at least have his blade near his neck. So he basically takes away his arm, and he's like, "Sorry about that. Me and my, basically, comrades don't like when people insult our village. He's like, it's understandable. The blades retract and he puts it back on his side. He goes like, anyways, I think we're about to have company soon. No, and the proctors or the normal teachers in the school or Junins, they always like to make a flashy entrance. In which, yeah, everything goes with Ibiki the same way. Naruto does have enough of the actual answers. He basically gets at least 8 of them, down. He just doesn't know the ninth one, so he made a random one. The 10th one, he decides to flip over his paper and just take a nap. But in reality, he's going into his mental, mindscape. He was like, so, QB, how about I make a deal for you? Which he raises up his eyebrow. He was like, huh? A deal? He goes, yeah. How about I try to, I don't know, let you become free after after I die in any way, from poison, stabbing, burning, that sort of thing. If you can't help me survive, I can try to see if I can modify the seal to let you, live, be released, and no one can actually take you away by giving you a seal. And I guess whatever way how you basically were put inside of me with seals. Which Naruto has a Donna thinking face, which Kurama just kind of chuckles like, "You may be smart, but you still lack on some things." He was like, "Yeah," especially how to explain what I'm thinking. But anyways, though, I figure we really should make a deal, since we're both kind of suffering together. Which Kurama just thinking about it, he was like, "So what's this deal?" He goes, "Well, I allow you access to my senses." Plus, I changed the mindscape because why a freaking sewer? First of all, even though I kind of realize this is a representation of my own mind, I thought it'd be a ramen place since I eat a lot of ramen. Which Kurama does nod at that. But he goes, anything else? He goes, I don't know if you can give me any bloodlines. So I'm not really gonna ask for that, but if you can tell me if you have any abilities, or the other tail beasts, if they even have any abilities, which Kurama puts his hand up / paw. He's like, yes, all tail beasts have some sort of abilities because of our father. He goes like, your father, the Rikunin Senin. He goes, wait, the Sage of Six Paths? He goes, yes. Which he goes like, so what's yours? He goes, well, I did told you about I have abilities, but I was not going to tell you. You had to learn it on your own. But since this is a part of the deal, I guess I can tell you. Only after the deal is made, alright? Which he nods. He basically then Naruto thinks about it and goes like, also, would it be hard to at least allow me to use your chakra? Basically, he goes like, but he puts a hand before Kurama can say anything. Only when I need it, like in dire situations. Which he goes like, what? Oh, I don't know. I'm about to be nearly killed. He's like, oh, I can do that at least. Only enough where you can actually handle. He was like, cool. That would be very nice, and thank you. I'm surprised you're not trying to kill me, or use your chakra and try to intimidate me. He just sighs and be like I said, you're different, so I'm giving you a shot, kid. He goes, alright. It's a deal then, right? He puts out his fist as Kurama just kind of just chuckles. And, yeah, the deal is made. But Kurama does say, I'll see if I can make a bloodline for you. Only unique to you, and see if it can actually be passed down. And she was like, wait, seriously? I'm a Biju. I can make chakra. Of course, I can basically alter your looks and abilities and such if you wanted. A bloodline should be easy. Which Naruto's eyes widen, but he says, but I cannot give you no dojutsu. He's like, he just puts the thumbs up, like, that's perfectly fine. So, while the test is going on, Naruto's working on the mental mindscape, and Secondly, I do see Naruto giving, Kurama a forest with mountains that he saw in a book, from his shadow clones. And it basically also then has like a house, you could say. But it looks like a house, but then there's a bed and, just for Kurama to sleep in. And such. And basically, it's just more like forest wildlife. So, in a sense, Naruto just gave Kurama what he needs, and plus even like a lake. So, yeah. He goes, "How's this?" He was like, "How is it not you're tired?" He's like, "Oh, I am really hurt. But I work for the pain just so I can keep my end of the deal." Which Kurama just kind of chuckles. You're like, "You're a unique one, kid." Alright. So, here's the thing. I do have at least a few abilities. I basically can make most fire jutsus way more powerful. My fire jutsus, if I ever, since I could do some hand signs, but normally I just use chakra, and it just turns into what I want. From my power, I can basically make, how should I say, not normal fire. You could say blue and black and white. He says, so different types of fire that means are harder and harder, which he nods. Well, his second ability, you have to have a certain number of tails to even get. Which Naruto just sighs and be like, let me guess, it's something that I'll have to work on getting used to. He goes, yes. My other two, there are also a certain number of tails you have to get to even be able to use them. And one of them allows you to create objects from thin air. And that's only one. The last ability, though, is to use any chakra in nature, which Naruto's eyes widen. He goes, but how? He goes like, you already have at least 4 of them already. Which he's like, realize, so that's because of, yes, but that does not mean you actually have the gift to use my ability yet. It's just because, my chakra. Your 5th chakra in nature, because you already have wind, water, lightning, and fire. You just need earth. Earth, basically, will come after you gain a certain number of tails. And, you can say the rest. This will just allow you a little bit more easier time learning elemental ninjutsu, which Naruto's just blinking. He's like, okay, thanks. That's a lot to take in. He just nods. He goes like, now, get ready. You're about to need to answer the last question. So, where do we begin is, everything technically goes the same as in canon. The only thing that's different is Orochimaru leaves early because I do not think Naruto would actually have noticed the snake and try to fight it, on his own, and that would have took a little bit. He also would have shown to use Blink and Shadow Silent to get the final kill on the snake. And then he realized it's a summoning. He would try to rush back towards, his teammates. And this is when the whole entire Sasuke's bit, Orochimaru leaves, and Naruto arrives. Sakura gets angry, asks, where were you? I was like, excuse me, princess. I was trying to fight a big giant snake. Which Naruto, for some reason, stops and thinks, wait, why the heck did I say that? Like that? And then he shakes his head, like, no time. No need to worry. How'd you do that? No offense. Sakura acts like a freaking princess half the time, yelling and getting angry at anyone who doesn't arrive on time without knowing what they were doing. Which Sakura's kind of mad, but also like, he never was like this towards me. moment. So yeah, Naruto helps Sakura when the Sound Ninjas, Dosu, Kim, and the guy that basically uses decapitation airwaves. That guy, I forgot his name. He's not really important. I just remember Kim for, I think, a good reason. But anyway, so yeah, that's very different. Ugh. I mean, Naruto fucking freaking. I mean, ignore that one. But yeah, Naruto legit takes down the guy who used decapitation airwaves and moves on to Dosu. But the guy who has decapitation airwaves, Jutsu, is not really knocked out. He's just down and hurting a lot. Sakura does cut her hair. People do come in trying to help, and Sasuke's chakra, yeah. So in this case, what he's about to do to the guy that has the rods in his hands, or the tubes in his arms, and just about to dislocate them. That does happen, but Naruto comes in with a chakra enhancement punch, and he basically hears Kurama saying, "Okay, I know I don't like Uchihas, but I especially hate Madara, and this kid, is on that list of near hating." Which Naruto just says, "Yeah, but what's with those weird marks?" He was like, "I don't know, but I think you'll have to use your abilities." He's like, "Yeah, you're right." So Sasuke's like, "So you want to you want to also get my way dope? Alright then. I'll show you what the power of the Uchiha." As Naruto just throws a 3-pronged kunai. Not even hesitating. Sasuke dodges it, like just tilts his head to the side, just smirks. As Naruto just is gone, has the kunai in his hand, kicks Sasuke in the head with a spinning kick, lands on his feet, immediately runs towards Sasuke, and basically puts the kunai in his mouth, and immediately doing a taijutsu. Sasuke's faster, and Naruto basically can't lay a hit. When Naruto basically tries to block, it hurts, but he pushes through, and he does get hit quite a few times with Sasuke smirking, and then he just all of a sudden Naruto takes out the kunai, and he just kind of smirks, and he's just gone. What happens next is shocking. Sasuke legit gets punched, beaten. Heck, he actually gets thrown up into the air and even choke slammed into the ground. And then one sees Naruto holding Sasuke's neck, which everyone's just kind of shocked. He holds basically the kunai towards Sasuke's neck. He goes, "If you even try to kill me, Tem, it won't be pretty." Which he's like, how do you have... Naruto literally just kind of switches the blade to where it's not the grip, but the loop part, and hits Sasuke in the head, knocking him out. He goes, whatever these freaking marks are, because he sees them going back into Sasuke's curse mark, they're not good. So, everyone was shocked, including Ino and Sakura. Naruto gets up, he goes like, "Oi, does anyone have a natural heaven scroll? We have an earth scroll." No, I think it was Earth. They had heaven. They needed Earth. Yeah. So one of the teams, if I remember correctly, would have had an Earth scroll, an extra one. So he throws them their heaven scroll, and he looks at Sakura. He's like, "What? You're not gonna scream at me for defeating your Sasuke? Listen, he was out of control, and you have to understand. He needed to be knocked out. If you can't understand the concept of that, because your precious fangirl tendency can get in the way, we can die in this woods. Understand that, Sakura?" Which she just nods. So he picks up Sasuke and alright then, let's get going. So, yeah, they go off. Sakura, seeing Naruto being in front of her, like holding, Sasuke like a sack of potatoes on his shoulder, is kind of just quiet, which kind of surprises Naruto. In her head, she's basically thinking, and she doesn't understand why, but she feels like Naruto has been leagues above her since the Wave mission, him just getting stronger very quickly. And she can't help but feel inferior. No matter how much she would badmouth him now, it wouldn't help. And besides, the way he acts towards her is she really can't say nothing to him. So in a sense, it's, well, it's useless. So she just says, "Do you hate me?" He goes, "Hate you? No. Do I think we're friends? I want to, but I can't, say that we are friends, even though I want to. We're comrades, only. And if I do have a crush on you, or did, I already know. You would choose Sasuke over me any day of the week. Besides, I always thought your forehead was always cute." Which that kind of surprises Sakura, but she goes, but, it's big, so? It's just you, Sakura. He looks at her with those same eyes that he would have shown her back when they were in the academy. Anytime Sasuke basically hurt her feelings, even when they're on the team, Naruto always tried to cheer her up, even ask her out on a date, and he hasn't done that in a while, where she was happy, but now she wished those eyes, the next words were like, "Will you go out on a date with her again?" But the words she hears is like, "But it seems like nothing I do ever mattered to you. It was always through Uchiha. Just Sasuke, Sasuke, Sasuke." I realized that wave that no. I just realized I need to stop hiding behind a mask and just show who I truly am. And I already knew a while back I needed to give up on you. But I chose not to, being stubborn as I was. So, I hope you and Sasuke, would get together, so you'll be happy. But if nothing happens, then just don't come to me and asking me, because I'll just say exactly the same thing to you. Like what you did say to me when we were in the academy at one point. This is just my own little version, so it's like, she's kind of wondering, and basically Naruto just tells, looking at her, well, not even looking at her, just looking straight forward, be like, "Just leave me alone already. Why do you always have to be so annoying? Please. Like, I ever want to basically even go out on a date with you." In which her eyes widen. And he just, doesn't say nothing. He does feel a little bit of guilt, but at the same time, he can't really help it. She hurt him a lot in the past. Hitting him, always badmouthing him, calling him an idiot. And yet, though, when he has good ideas, even when they're on the team, she goes with Sasuke, even though he just repeats exactly the same thing. And he just says, "You never believed in me. You always call me a baka, so what's the point in going out with someone who won't even believe in you in a plan, or trust in you, or even care for you?" So after that, he goes back into silence, which Sakura can just feel. She wants to be angry at him. She wants to hate him, for saying those things. She does, but at the same time, it's an overwhelming guilt. But then she remembers about Sasuke saying something about her forehead, and then her eyes widen. So when they stop and make camp, she's just looking at Naruto. And, basically it's right when Sakura realized who that was. When they stop and stop and not make camp, I mean, just arrest, she literally says, You. He sighs, puts Sasuke down on the ground, and looks back at her, does a transformation jutsu. And he basically smiles exactly the same way as Sakura saw him when he was leaning against the tree. He goes, "Oh, come on, Sakura. You really think I could defeat by the dope? I mean, yeah, he may be clever, but he's not stronger than me, right? and basically poofs out, just poofs out of the transformation. He goes, I defeated Sasuke. I got the, sneak attack on him without him knowing. So, I used the transformation jutsu just to try to talk to you when you wouldn't hit me. It worked. And I almost, But hey, it doesn't matter. It's not like you really would care for me. You thought of a Sasuke the whole entire time, huh? I mean, the ninja are about deceiving others and even your own comrades at some points. So, he just shrugs it off. And he does, sit down. Hold up. Alright, so after that, Sakura wants to say something, wants to, tell him on how much of a jerk he was. But, it's just, she's just sitting down. After a few minutes rest, Sasuke's waking up. He goes, what happened? Naruto just says, oh, you were knocked out by the pain. And we had some attacks. You woke up. You went crazy, and I knocked you out. Come on, we're gonna have to get going. Which Sasuke's like, who gave you the right to? He was like, oh, shut it, Tim. You're in no condition to argue with me, so come on. So yeah, they get to the actual tower in the Forest of Death, relatively quickly. And the whole entire thing of Haruka appearing happens. Naruto says something happened to Sasuke. May have to get basically him to the actual doctors here, because some snake little person, which basically Haruka's like some snake person. He's like, yeah, some woman that extended her neck and gave Sasuke a hickey. Well, the Temahiki that had a mark now on his neck, which Haruka realizes. He goes, yeah, I will. So, they get Sasuke to the doctors, try to help him with the pain. Haruka tells the Hokage, yeah, he already knows about Orochimaru because of Enko, but in a sense, let's go into the fighting. But, no, actually, let's just go to where Naruto literally picks out a room by himself. That is it. He literally just not even wants to be around his teammates. Sakura, on the other hand, Sasuke thought that he has to pick out one room by himself, but then Sakura chose a door and just walks in and locks it. Which Sasuke was like, okay, what happened to me when I was knocked out? Yeah, all that time, Sakura was somewhat going through all her memories of Naruto, all the actions she's taken, feeling guilt and anger at him, but guilt. And then, what her mom said to her. And then afterwards, then that day where Sasuke kissed her forehead and said about how he thought it was beautiful and stuff. So, that happened, and she started crying. Because she realized then Sasuke would never love her. Am I making Sakura? No. No, I'm just trying to make her feel guilty. Trying to make her feel, remorse. Knowing that she could have had a guy that actually would have cared about her, and because of her actions, he doesn't like her no more. And no matter what she does, he'll never, like her again. Yeah, I'm just trying to mess with Sakura on this one. So, in a sense, yeah, Chunin exams, everything goes exactly the same way, but when it's Kiba and Nakamura versus Naruto, he just sighs. He literally just kind of jumped on the railing, and he literally looks like Kakashi. He's like, should I go all out? Well, Kakashi would be like, take it easy on him. And she just nods. he jumps down. He's like, basically though, Naruto kind of like, oh wait, hold up. Here's a shadow clone, and basically he just whispers in everyone's ear, and he nods, and then all of a sudden, basically Naruto has a little wince, and he's like, ah. He basically taps his head. He's like, I really have to go through, stop having at least 100 clones a day, burst in at like nearly all at once. Massive headache. So, but he does feel his chakra reserves go up a little bit more. He goes like, huh, nice. I could basically do the, and he thinks to himself, I could do the water dragon jutsu with at least a couple of hand signs, but the hit and miss jutsu, I need to, well, have some water with me on that one. But, if I can technically try to figure out a way how to make the mist jutsu work before the next exam, part of the exam, then I probably make it an entrance like Zabuza. This will be very fun. So, Kiba's like, hey dope, what's with the winst? Are you basically afraid to fight me? Which Naruto just looked at him and was like, huh? Did you say something? Which, technically, everyone has a sweat job, and he just hears Guy, like, basically, the hip attitude that Naruto has, which Kakashi, just blinking. And then he goes like, wow, I'm proud of him. Which, Connor and I looks at him, and you're like, no, just no. Which Kiba's like getting angry, he's like, what was that? He's like, yeah, no, seriously, what did you say? I really was not paying attention to you at all. I mean, I just heard barking, so I was like, yeah, I'm ignoring you. Which gets Kiba even angrier even more. And, yeah, basically, hey, basically started the fight. And, yeah, give me a minute. Alright, sorry, but anyways, if you heard what my mom was saying, my dog name is Sissy, and it was just time for her to eat. But anyway, so, what happens is this. Kiba does not have Akamaru, he has him stay back. So he tries to run over towards Naruto. Naruto seeing him, he's like, okay, is it me, or he moving kind of slowly? And he kind of just shrugs. So, in a sense, Kiba throws a punch, Naruto moves to redirect it, and immediately, with his left hand, he redirects, and immediately takes a quick jab to his, he takes a quick jab to Kiba's gut. In which Kiba, even though it was a quick jab, it did not state, Kiba backed away a little bit, holding his, gut. He's like, what the? He was like, oh, well, I mean, I thought you could have handled that, so, anyways, I'm just gonna end this pretty quickly, so, sorry about that, man. So basically, Naruto basically takes a sprint using chakra, and yeah, Taijutsu style was able to defeat Kiba. Yeah. Okay, so basically how Naruto defeated Kiba after he uses chakra to increase his speed. Jab to the basically stomach and chest, then basically immediately basically in the face and then kick him in the head. And yeah, Kiba is knocked out. Which Naruto just like, sighs in relief. He was like, okay, whew. At least that worked out pretty well. Which everyone is just shocked. Including Kurama, because he didn't think Naruto was going to be able to do it, but this quickly. Which Kakashi would be like, well, it's a good thing I chose a style that was good for him. And him reading some books on chakra control. I mean, I had him also learn basically how to augment his body with chakra for quick bursts of speed. He also learned water walking and tree walking. So, it's kind of amazing how quick he learned this stuff. So yeah, after that, Naruto walks up, and since he did not get hurt, Hinata does give him the actual medicine, which Naruto's like, should you be giving it to Kiba? I mean, he's hurt more than me. Where she's like, no, I think this will be good for you. He's like, thanks. So he takes it, Hinata's blushing, which Kurama just sighed, like, dense as heck. Which, yeah. So all the fights go the same. So, in that sense, though, when it's time for them to choose the numbers, um, wait, no. Hinata has the same thing that happens to her. Naruto does vow to defeat Neji. Also, numbers are exactly the same. But Naruto basically is tired. He asked, Hiruzen, or to Hokage-sama, can I take a quick nap before I leave? I'm pretty tired. In which he just nods. So when Naruto does, he basically takes a nap, and, well, the thing is, I want Naruto basically to get used to, how should I say, finding stuff that he needs, but also gaining money. Like Corvo does, basically he goes after certain targets that he needs to go and end. So yeah. Basically, the outsider appears. And he's like, Naruto. He's like, outsider? What do you need me for? He's like, or you're here to give me some help or information or something. He's like, oh, well, I thought it was a good time I should show you, or at least tell you what Corvo and Emily did, and what I want you to do. I've carefully looked into each and every person of Konoha. Ones that have hurt you, and there was a vast many. And ones that I think that you would, well, love to go after. So he's like, okay, curious. So he basically shows Corvo and Emily what they've done. Who they killed, who they, didn't. And it's just, then he basically tells them about certain villagers. That he wants, that he basically thought Naruto would be good to go after. In a sense, these people are people that are from the market area. That basically, have gained from overpriced foods. And basically some of the village that, well, are not like, the Yakuza in and basically the red light district area, but more like they are people that Naruto did not know about. That basically only Danzo knows, or should I say, has them working for him with the civilian council having them underneath, their thumb. So in a sense, he kind of learns about another organization inside Konoha, which he's like, oh, great. So I have to go after these guys too? He's, oh yes, and it's your choice to kill them or not. But I recommend you to go after the civilians first. In all of due time also. Be warned of that, well, that snake person you said. You need to get stronger before the end of the month, Naruto. So, be warned and be careful. Which Naruto nods. So, after that, Naruto does wake up from his nap and he does go back home. He basically decides to find the people that, find the very first target he's going to go after. So, in a sense, not every person Naruto's going to go after is going to be killed. They're going to be knocked out or basically exposed. Better form of punishment to him. But yeah, basically though, the first target he's going after is just a robbery. Which Naruto's like, oh, whew, but I was going to have to kill. Which technically was just a scroll and then basically a picture of the person in the scroll. So in a sense, yeah, that night he waited. He basically, puts on the hood and the mask. And immediately leaves his apartment with a bag. Because I seriously don't know how the heck Corvo carries freaking gold bars. And basically turns to coins. So, yeah. Naruto goes after one of the civilians in the marketplace that has kicked Naruto out plenty of times or has charged him over the amount of money that it was worth, even rotten food. So he found the place. He found where the guy lived, and he literally did take anything that was that he could take. That was valuable. Heck, he actually found the books and decided to expose him to the Hokage. So yeah, his record book is taken. He has a good amount of goodies that have basically a lot of value to give himself a little bit of a fortune for like 3 months. And yeah, Hiruzen, um, well, he was still working at the time, and Naruto legit opened up the not, he didn't open up the window fast. He basically used dark vision. He could see the Anbu, so he decided to legit just go invisible, open up the window slowly, even though the Anbu noticed, and legit yeet the book, or should I say, throw the book into on the desk, and immediately disappeared in the night. Which Hiruzen was on guard until he sees a note. One of the merchant's books, records of his business for the past, let's just say, 4 years. Not 4 years. 14, no, 13 years. Yeah, this book was pretty big. So, in a sense, he's seen basically, there was this book was pretty big. There was different sections. Sections for normal business, but then it says QB Brat business. And he basically shows on how much stuff was actually, sold to Naruto that was fair, which was nothing. Also, Hiruzen know there was a couple of seals on the pages, and let's just say this: civilian daughter ninja learned some seals, storage seals, give it to the father, put on the book. Yeah, chakra and kind of a lot of exposure that Naruto did not know he actually did. So, in a sense, Hiruzen can have a big investigation of multiple merchants. Especially this little organization that's in Konoha that he does not know of. Only the civilian council knows. Oh, by the way, it's not root. It's basically just people that are trying to gain enough power that the civilians have to basically take the place of the Hokage with basically someone else like Danzo. Because they hate Naruto. So yeah. Kind of exposing them to that. So, in a sense, this is going to be like people that Naruto are going to go after in the future. Maybe. Maybe not. Depends. Anyways, though. So yeah, Naruto does have a good amount. He does go over to Hisashi's, into the red light district, and legit, ask him, hey, Hisashi, which Yuki and him were just, eating it at the Dango shop in the red light district. He's like, yes. He's like, so, where can I sell all this? And he just holding the bag over his shoulder, and he just turns around, and he's like, what did you do? He was like, I can't explain later. He just sighs, be like, alright, follow me. So they go over to a pawn shop, and legit, the guy looked at the stuff. He just gives Naruto about 2.5 thousand yen. No, 2.5 million yen. No, thousand. Yeah, 1,000 yen. Which Naruto's like, okay. Neat. But inside he's like, oh my god, that's a lot of money. I could buy so much ramen. So yeah. So he does have he basically hands out Hisashi and Yuki. And, just having a good time until he goes back. And when he basically takes that sleep, we do have, the rats and, the animals, filling up Naruto's food. refrigerator and cabinets with actual stuff. As a guy that's basically in a tree nearby, just smirking, he's like, "Not bad, kid. Not bad at all." Silent and undetectable. Ikonambu couldn't even see you. Not like they did their patrols in that area. They were just done. So the guy does disappear then, after, like, he gets a confirmation. So yeah, that's where I'm going to end up, guys. Hope you guys like this. Have a nice day, night, wherever you are, and bye.